What's up, Devils? J-Dawg back with another goddamn video. And today's video, we're going to be going over some questions on a bucket video. But first, before I do that, I'm going to post this right in line after the Haemorrhage collection. Told you I had that goddamn meta cult picture. This goes making my dick itch. So I was looking high in the hell water, and I was a little out of order. But I found it, and I also forgot to show my 10 inches. So, just next in line, just a few more to show because I have my 10 inches in a separate section. You know what I got to do? I just got to file away my LPs because I don't have that many, and it's not like they're going to make this big gap or anything like that in between the rack. So, because a lot of times, I think I did that on one other video. I showed some records. Somebody, who was it? I forget what it was. And I had a 10 inch. I forgot. I was like, oh fuck, because I keep forgetting about the goddamn 10 inches. So here's the Haemorrhage Medic Cult picture disc. Backside, goddamn it. Actually, pull it on the sleeve. So again, like I said, I knew I had it, goddammit. Knew I had it. Like, there was no doubt in my mind. So I'm like, where the fuck's it at? And then 10 inches, there were some killer ones. The Haemorrhage Disgorge. I have just a lame old black vinyl on it. Comes on a fucking gatefold cover too. I definitely would like a color vinyl version of it because I know there is a color. Who released this? Powered Up, maybe? Holy shit, this sleeve's goddamn tight. Does look like Powered Up. And it usually does a colored vinyl, but doesn't seem like any of that stuff ever gets into the States. And as you guys know, Disgorge from Mexico, especially the first two albums, I'm a big fucking fan of myself. I don't really dislike anything by Disgorge Mexico. There's was it Necro? Goddamn, I'll put this in the sleeve later. That's fucking hard. All the albums with Necro Holocaust. Was that one of them? And I'm trying to think what the very last one they did. But yeah, I liked pretty much everything, but especially the first two. Also, too, I've talked about this a little bit. Another 10 inch. There's a CD and a cassette of this as well. Punk Carnage. This was the I brought it up. It's a bunch of actually let's figure it out right now. Is it Spanish bands? I'm pretty sure it's Spanish bands. From in Spain. Oh, somebody asked about Swedish bands. It looks like it's just a bunch of punk bands that I never fucking even heard. Where the fuck would this guy? They wrote everything in Spanish. I don't know why they would have done that. I mean, granted, I know why. They're Spanish, but usually they put all their shit in English. Let's see. But anyway, some of the bands on Fourth Reich, Danba, Ultimo Goberno. Yeah, these do sound like fucking Spanish bands. Portrotanio, R.I.P., Ultimatum, Piper Rock, and I'm pretty sure these are the bands because it says the track. I'm pretty sure the ones at the top are the Suzio Polisa. I'm pretty sure that's the song. And so if I'm getting this wrong, because like I said, I never heard of any of these fucking bands. So, but I thoroughly enjoyed this though. It was just them Haemorrhage playing punk covers by a bunch of bands I never heard. And when people were asking about hardcore punk, I don't know, maybe some of these originals I was like, never heard them. I just know their versions. I fucking thought it was fucking great. Another 10 inch, also on gatefold cover. Man, these goddamn 10 inch sleeves are tight as fuck. I'm not even pulling this out. These so goddamn. Actually, it's kind of come out. With one of my other favorites. I was supposed to split with one of my other favorites, Gruesome Stuff Relish, also a band from Spain. Very much kind of a Haemorrhage wannabe band, but I thought they were fucking great. And actually, my first introduction was them when they Gruesome Stuff Relish did a split LP with the band called Splatterhouse. And then Splatterhouse did one album for sure. There's a CD and LP, which I own. It's called The House That Dead Built, and that's fucking great. So look that up if you don't know what Devils. It's came out in the early 2000s. Very Razorback-ish stuff. I think it is on Razorback, if I'm not mistaken. I think the CD at least is. Could be wrong, but it's of that. Pretty sure it is on Razorback. But if it isn't, it's of that total fan base, and it's fans of Haemorrhage and shit. But look it up. But Gruesome Stuff Relish, they did a split. I forget to do the LP. I have that split LP to this day. And that's great. But yeah, Gruesome Stuff Relish. Love them. So this was a great fucking split. I forget what songs did hemorrhage even do it. Hospital fees and gangrenous prosthetic implants, self-medication. Oh, and this is what the necrophilia, the GBH cover. Forgot what that was on. It is on this. And then one more, goddammit. So as you can see, guys, like I was telling you, I own quite a bit of fucking Haemorrhage. And all this stuff, too, the ones that I have the CDs, too. So Haemorrhage isn't looked at as kind of like a band that would have a ton of stuff. Even when it goes outside of mine, me, myself, and those tables, yeah, I probably got like, what, 10 LPs total? Obviously, you can tell it's way more. But yeah, Haemorrhage is definitely one of my favorite bands of all time. And this is the obnoxious 10-inch, like basically the reissue of the early stuff. I'm pretty sure it's just the Christ Denied split 7-inch tracks on here with maybe like some bonus stuff. Came out a handful of years ago now. Also on Powered Up, it says. Yeah, recorded in 94. Sounds about right. So yeah, so that's it for all the Haemorrhage shit. And actually, so I did Metal Archives it. Let me know what else I'm missing, Devils. I Metal Archives it. I remember the 7-inch came out, and the Emergency 911 7-inch split with for the band that they just split with another band I never fucking heard of. But the Emergency 911, fuck it, I looked it up. It was like 2013. It said that came out. I remember seeing the image for it. It never came in through Hells. I thought maybe it would, and I'd get it then. I was like, I'll eBay it next week. Totally forgot about it. And I literally bought it on Discogs about an hour ago. Fucking paid with shipping. I think it's from Germany. I think I paid $40 for it. So I had to pay $40 goddamn dollars for a fucking 7-inch. So just to let you know, J-Dawg has to fucking pay too. It's not just because he owns Hells. He gets everything at his fingertips, right? Same boat as you guys. So I bought that. And then I also bought the checkout one at work. So I better go. I emailed the guy. The Haemorrhage Hematology #2, Part 2, the LP. So I knew I was missing that LP because Hematology Part 1 and Hematology Part 2, the LPs both came in through Hells, but the covers were bent to shit from fucking Powered Up's crap pack job. Fucking goddamn elephant sat on the box. At least it looked like it. And so the covers were all bent up, and then I knew they were on. I was like, fuck. I was like, I don't want bent up covers. And I was like, honestly, I know Powered Up did a color vinyl version too. So this is in the back of my mind. I'd always get it. And I know I did email Powered Up to get them, the color vinyls, but he never replied. So don't know what the fuck's going on there. I guess he doesn't like making sales. Anyways, I bought the color vinyl version on Discogs today, but the checkout wouldn't work. I emailed the guy, hey, bro, send me your fucking PayPal. I don't know why this goddamn checkout isn't working. So I'm assuming he's going to get back. Pay him. I think that's from Germany. And then Hematology Part 1 LP, I also looked it up on Discogs. There's a guy that's selling it, but he's asking for $200 some. What's cool about it, though, and it sounds good, is I didn't realize it's a box set. So there's 100 box sets hand numbered. Comes with a CD. I have a CD, but a CD, a colored vinyl, first 100 on color, a shirt, a 7-inch, and something like that. So a full box. He wants like $250 for it. So I said, I emailed him. I was like, how about would you, it says make an offer. I said, how about would you do $200 postage paid? Because I think that's still kind of fucking, a lot for a fucking, it's not like fucking Haemorrhage goes for like Slayer prices or anything like that. You know what I mean? So we'll see. If not, I might have to bite the bullet and just pay the fucking top dollar, right? For that, I didn't even know, like I said, I didn't even know there was a box, but I did see the black vinyl LP version when Hell's got them. So, yeah, so I got those. So those 3 will be in, and I'm done. What other vinyls? After that, if there's other vinyls I'm missing, let me the fuck know. But those were the ones I knew. I looked up, and pretty sure I have pretty much every Haemorrhage vinyl. So did pretty good over the years of keeping up on them, huh? Let me know what that 7-inch picture does too, goddammit. If it does, I actually looked on Metal Archives though, and I didn't really see it. The one I told you about, so maybe it doesn't exist. Anyways, on to motherfucking questions. And ever since Lindsay's been diving and stuff, I kind of think I lost my place, but I might have skipped a video or two. Again, I keep telling you guys, if your questions get overlooked and it's something you really do want to answer, I really kind of wish you would answer that. Just keep asking it. Like I said, I'll get to it if I see it. But pretty sure I got the next video line. Might have missed a couple. I'm getting kind of like thrown off, but in a good way because there's got so many fucking videos kind of pre-made and going, and a lot of material to go over with you guys asking questions. So yeah, it's great. I got more to work with than I ever thought I would, which is awesome because it's making it much easier to give you guys content every single day. Anyways, this fucking video that I pulled up and go over is the King Diamond. What the fuck is going on? Got that right, goddammit. 15 years shaved off, brah. It's got 1K views 2 weeks ago and comments 76. So decent amount of comments. So let's get fucking digging, devils. First one is a comment, but a decent comment. David Cox. Good to see other old dogs into real metal. I'm 47 and still loving it. You got 10 years on me, brah. I have the Deicide Trifixion tattoo and go with Satyricon or Belphegor for my workout tunes. Keep on it, Justin. So it's good to see that you're into working out too, brah, brah. And it's funny you say that about the DSI Trifiction. If I get another tattoo, that's more than likely going to be my next that's probably what I would get. More than likely, because it's simple. I've always liked it, and I don't know where I would get it. I might get it under, because I have the macabre one here, like right underneath my tricep. Above it's on the back of my elbow, but right underneath where the tricep inserts. And I might do it on this side than this elbow one because I don't want to like cover like I don't want to get stuff on my chest or anything like that, or cover up muscle groups or on bicep. I'm not a sleeve guy or anything like that. Not no offense to anybody who has them. It's just I don't know. I like it where it kind of fits in parts that if you get bigger, smaller, fatter, leaner, it's not going to really affect if that kind of makes sense. Because, for example, like the size I am now, well, what about when I'm 65? Like, let's say you get it on a certain part of your shoulder and it's round. Like, let's say you got like a kind of like a Christian Black Force Domain pentagram and it's completely rounded out to where your shoulder is now. It's like, yeah, but I'm not going to, well, not probably, I will not look the same as 60 years old. So it's going to be all fucked up looking and shit. So I'm kind of putting stuff like little simple stuff in areas that won't affect, like, like this on my forearm, no matter what. Even if I get much skinnier, I become a fat fuck, it'll still fit. It'll look right. So that's kind of like my mentality where I'm putting stuff too. In case you happen to give a fuck, and just ideas for you guys if you're thinking about tats and how to do them. Dennis Jordan, I'm glad someone finally said something about King Diamond. Yeah, hey, someone's got to do it right, and I'm not afraid to. You don't like it? Tough fucking shit. I don't like waiting, goddammit. I got a little longy, but a pretty good one to talk about. It's looking like. Yeah, I'm seeing some embalmer. I'm seeing some question marks, and I'm seeing some Rick Fleming thrown in there. Vesuvia Corpse Flower, longtime embalmer fan. Me too. Heard the ultra blasting track Rotten Body Fluids on the Death Is Just the Beginning 3 comp back in '96. Yeah, Rotten Body Fluids. That's a great fucking song. That's one of the demos too. You have Rotten Body Fluids, and then because for years the There Was Blood Everywhere CD, that's what I had. I picked it up as a teenager from Relapse. I thought that was just a full length album, but it turns out there was the 7-inch initially. There Was Blood Everywhere, and then the Rotten Body Fluids on there as well. So it's those two recordings on there. But huge fan of Rotten Body Fluids. I just gave Embalmer's 13 Faces of Death album a fresh listen, and honestly, Rick's vocals sound pretty good, and I'm part of me, man. Oh, question, is it really? I haven't heard it in years. Maybe I need to go back and listen to it. I should remember that. I remember that being the most disappointing thing. I'm like, what the fuck? His vocals don't sound anything like There Was Blood Everywhere. So you're saying they're on par with There Was a, like, not saying he was like singing like fucking Phil Anselmo or some shit or like, completely different. They were death metal vocals, don't get me wrong. But from what I remember, this is what I remember, was this like 2008 or so? So we're over 10 years ago. I remember it being like just standard death metal growls. I remember like not really doing the highs and the gurgles. You say are on par. That to me on par was very reminiscent of There Was Blood Everywhere. So you're saying that it was? If that's so, in that case, I kind of got to go back to it. I do think the guitar tone / production seems somewhat flat compared to the classic demos and EPs of the early to mid '90s, though. Maybe the mix. Yeah, that part I don't remember. I just remember, like I said, I was disappointed by the vocals. I remember there was some Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like kind of the remakes, which I liked the remakes, at least the first remake. First remake, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, in 2005, something around there. And then the Texas Chainsaw in the beginning. Just those two. That's all I've seen. And I like those, but I remember there being an intro on there from there, too, because I thought that was kind of interesting. I was like, oh, how the guys like, because I figured all the guys older heads than me, they'd be dogging the remakes. Oh, fuck that, original only. So I thought it was kind of surprising, kind of cool. So that's all I remember as far as the mix and shit. I don't remember, to be honest with you. It's been so long since I heard it. 13 Faces of Death may not be a classic, but for 2006, yeah. So there you go, 2006. That's when I heard it. 06, 07 was last heard it. So fuck, some of these younger devils listen, they were fucking they're in diapers still. Goddammit. It was pretty impressive old school death metal. I would rather listen to 13 Faces of Death than Suffocation self-titled 2006 album any day, personally. I have it's funny, I can't remember the Suffocation self-titled album. I'm pretty sure I do own it. I remember it was kind of like I went back, I was like, it's pretty good, and I think that was my cutoff album where I don't own anything after that. Because I definitely do own Souls to Deny. When that first came out, I initially didn't like it, but as the years go by, we get in stock. I was like, it's a solid Suffocation album. I was like, it's got some parts that, but they kind of always did, even on Breeding the Spawn and stuff, and even Pierce from Within. They'd have the breakdown slow parts that I always thought were like boring, I guess. Yeah, I guess for lack of better words, just boring. I always just liked all the upbeat of the blasting parts myself, though. Blinded inside. Hey, J-Dog. Love your advice about making sure you keep yourself busy and not sitting around thinking about things you can't control. Got that right. Too many people doing that. Way too many people doing that. Then it's just gossiping about shit that's just completely pointless. Like, why are we even, like, what's the point of talking about this, man? There's nothing you can do about it. That was awesome. Want to know what your feelings are on Hate Eternal King of All Kings. It's one of my favorite death metal albums ever, but I feel like they never really try to do anything to change their sound. Every album pretty much sounds the same to me, and it makes it difficult for me to absorb. What are your feelings on Hate Eternal? So, I actually did answer this question once before. I love Hate Eternal, Conquering the Throne. Actually, I saw my LP when I was in my Haemorrhage. Where is it now? God damn it. Yeah, there it is. I have a CD LP, but when I was going through my Haemorrhage, because it's like right next, well, not right next to Haemorrhage, but very, very close. 1 or 2 LPs over. There's the LP version. This is my favorite. This is when I saw them in the early 2000s. This was all that was out, Conquering the Throne. My favorite song on here is the second song, definitely, Dogma Condemned. That is for sure my favorite song. It's just lame old black vinyl. Yep. This is all I own by Hate Eternal. I remember when King of All Kings came out, I was definitely excited and pumped for it, but very disappointed because I've said it before. Like I said, I went over it. I thought the title track King of All Kings was really good, really aggressive, and really fucking just intense. But what I thought was kind of like what you said about the rest of the discography. I literally thought it all sounded the same. The rest of the album was like all the rest of the songs. It may as well just been one big long at war with Satan song. I was like, this shit all completely sounds the same to me. I was like, I can't differentiate whatsoever. And honestly, after that, I never listened to any of the albums. What is there an album called I Monarch, One Monarch, or something like that? I remember seeing those come into the shop. I never checked them out, but it sounds like my expectations was exactly the way it is, because you're saying you can't tell them apart. So it didn't suck or nothing. It was blasting and it was fast as a stream. I'm like, what the fuck? You got to have standout songs. You got to have some breakdown parts, some catchy parts. The way to do it, if you really want to be in a good extreme band, in my opinion, let's say you want to be a blasting, just fucking nothing but blasting. That's fine, but you have to do it in a way to where the riffs behind or the breaks or wherever, how the kick-ins or the vocal tones, to where every single song is differentiable. So if you have 10 songs, think of something to where they all sound different. And that can be done. 100% can be done. No doubt about it. Do that. If it's just the shit's just the same, like what the fuck? Like, what this is fucking pointless. So that was my only complaint about it. The Human Brisket has a question there, but I answered that before. Beyond changing for the worse, how we put that out. Did that on an earlier video. Analyze. Question, sup, J-Dog? When HHB prints hoodies, what's your go-to brand you guys use? Also, Devils, what's your favorite brand of hoodie sweatshirt? Actually, yeah, Devils, that's a real good. I actually kind of preferred you guys did put your preference in there to be funny, because it's kind of like an ongoing thing. We generally go with Gildan. That seemed to be what was just voted in. I'm personally, our blanks, like what the shirts that get printed on that we have, just that's what do you want to order? You know, whether you print with Jack Prince or whoever you go with, we have just a local guy we deal with, and what blanks you want to go with. It got voted because of cost, what people seem to be complaining on, what people like, what they popularity. It seemed to be going with the ones that's why we went with was Gildan. But I'm not a big fan of them, to be honest with you. They're okay, they do the job, but I liked kind of like Fruit of the Loom better, but I don't even think they're the best. I've had some shirts that I've gotten that outside like others. I have one brand, like one of my favorite shirts, how it feels, is a Piety Skull fucking Armageddon. It's an XL now, so it barely fucking fits me. It's too tight and looks stupid. I'm 2XL or better now. But anyways, it's on a brand I never even heard of, and I love how it fits and feels. And then there was a couple other brands. Hanes, sometimes theirs were pretty good. I've seen it's hit or miss. They have different like soft style, normal style, half spun. There's this other place called Freshly Tees, I believe. Um, I got one or two shirts from them, and I generally liked how it felt. Um, so yeah, I have a kind of a different preference. So I'm kind of curious, what do you guys prefer? So some people just don't care at all, but it seemed like that's why we went with when. All right, well, whenever we get shirts done, this is what we get them on, is because that's what seemed to be kind of voted in. So, and we're at 20 minutes, so I'll just grab one more. Doesn't seem like it's holy shit, got a book here. No goddamn question marks. From Ricky Jones. J-Dog, when you had Glenn Benton sign Butchered at Birth, did he say anything else about the album? No, he didn't make any other comments. Just and like I said, that frame was well. Why would you have Glenn Benton sign Butchered at Birth? Well, for any of the guys that know, he's on Butchered at Birth and even on Eating Back to Life, he did backing vocals. That's why. So on Butchered at Birth, the song Vomit the Soul, Glenn does backing vocals on. It's very obvious when he does a part. Was he said, Blessed by the Devil, under inverted crosses, that line, Glenn does the vocals. So I brought it. I brought all my DSI stuff, and this is in 2001. Told the story, had the CD, showed it for evidence, and he just like, oh, these guys, they're shit talkers. So I don't know. He obviously had a little bit of feud with them at that time, or maybe he was honestly, as much as I like Glenn and Deicide, I get the vibe maybe he was. Honestly, well, I'm just gonna call it like it is. I get the vibe it was more jealousy. Cannibal's bigger than him and making more money and uh, getting more fucking kudos, so to say. I get the vibe that's the impression I get. It was just jealousy because anyways, like, yeah, these guys talk shit. He wrote fags on Butcher at Birth and Silver Ink. I have it. All the Cannibal members signed Butcher at Birth and Gold Ink, and Glenn wrote fags on it. And I mean, just day, I think it's funny. I'm actually kind of glad it happened because it's fucking nothing else. Good story. Anyways, I showed it on camera, but that story. But he didn't say anything else other than that. Just they're shit talkers. Called them fags. Wrote it on there, and that was it. But like I said, even then, I kind of got the vibe. I'm like, well, shit talkers and all that. I've never heard them talk shit about you. I've met them several times. They didn't. Hell, even when it's funny, I met them again. It was then the next time I saw the Camel guys was Gore Obsessed. So around 2003, I think it was. That was on the Incantation and Dark Funeral tour. That's the band's so great fucking tour. That was the lineup. We saw them in Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Detroit. Went to three shows for that. And I remember telling George and Alex that the story is like, yeah, fucking Glenn. He wrote, and they kind of just chuckled. They're like, that's Glenn. He's just in a bad mood. Like, George kind of gets stuck up for him. He's like, I like Glenn. He's like, he's a real cool guy. He's like, but if he's in a bad mood, he's not shy about showing it. He'll let you know how he fucking feels. He doesn't care if you like him or you don't. He's like, but he's like, if he's in a good mood, he's literally one of the funniest and coolest guys you'll ever meet. So it's like they actually took it. They didn't even take offense to it. So I'm like, they didn't talk shit about you to me, and they didn't talk. I've never seen them in interviews talking shit about you. So even then, as a teenager, I'm like, dude, I'm pretty sure it's just because you're fucking jealous. Like that's just what it is. I know bands even that I'm kind of like friends with and that we've worked with and stuff like that. And I'm not going to throw any names out there. Bands that have been around for quite some time or whatever, and they'll rip on other bands and it's just like, dude, it's very, very obvious the reason you're ripping on them is because you're just jealous. They're bigger than you. They made it for yes, you've been around longer than them, but they've blown up. Like, for example, I'll say, like, one band I know of a band they hates on them anytime is like Dying Fetus. Just because they're blowing you away in fucking sales, dude. That's just why you hate on them. I mean, Grant, I know it's because he's an older devil and it's not his thing. But I'm like, what do you hate about it? Like, what the fuck? I mean, it's just like, just maybe like, I don't listen to him, whatever. But he's hating on him because they're the bigger than him. Now, they would never admit that in a million fucking years. But that's what it is. I know another band he fucking can't stand, he absolutely hates and rips on is fucking is Ghost. It's the same thing. You've been around way, way longer than them, and they're already running certainly. But hey, fuck, Ghost. I'm pretty sure. I can be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure Ghost is bigger than Cannibal Corpse now. They literally play Ghost in my fucking gym. They don't play Cannibal Corpse. They don't play Deicide. They don't play. They don't even play Slayer. They play some of that deathcore garbage. And keep in mind, this is not like a gym that kind of plays metal. They play everything. Like Next, you might hear a country song. Then you'll hear the radio with just like fucking commercials and shit. Then you'll hear a rap song. Then you'll hear the Eagles, Hotel California, like commercial shit just across the board, right? And they literally play fucking Ghost. 100% I've heard it several times. Total commercial, Jim. Nothing, no underground guys. That you mentioned it. DAWG, Hell's Headbangers, they won't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Even by going there for over 10 years, no clue what you're talking about. So it's not like it's, well, because DAWG goes, there's nothing like that whatsoever. And so, yeah, and I didn't go to see Ghost, but I know like Craig has, Eddie has, and like Eric has and stuff. From what I understand, the crowd was bigger than a Cannibal Corpse crowd. I've never seen Ghost, didn't really care to. I like a few of their songs, but for the most part, it's a band I completely care less about. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure at this point, Ghost is more popular and bigger band than Cannibal Corpse. So it's like one particular person I'm definitely thinking of that hates them and always rips on them anytime you bring them up is like you're just hating on them, man, because they're outselling your band by a fucking milestone. It's like, but hey, don't feel too bad. They're outselling fucking Cannibal Corpse, Deicide, and Morbid Angel as well. So those bands are pretty big as well. So it's just I kind of got lucky, so wouldn't look at it like that. But anyways, that's it for this one, Devils. Comments, questions, concerns, you know what to fucking do. Leave it in the goddamn comments, and I'll see you tomorrow. Later, goddammit.